Hi, I'm Ross from Earth Landscapes and I'm going to be teaching you how to make lockdown compost. So one of the problems with lockdown is that our gardens are hungry, they need to be fed. There's no garden centres or nurseries open at the moment, and who knows when they're next going to be open. So now we're stuck for who knows how long, and conventional compost takes 6 months to a year to prepare. So where are we going to get our hands on compost in the meantime? So I'm going to teach you how to make lockdown compost. It takes a couple of weeks to prepare. It's just as good as ordinary compost and so much easier to make. And best of all, everything you need is right there in your cupboard. So these are the things you're going to need. Get a pen and paper ready. 2 black bin bags. Actually, that's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. And the bin bags that you use should be decent quality. They should be quite thick. So you don't want them breaking while you're moving them around and spilling decomposing ingredients onto your toes. Some people use biodegradable bags, but I find that they break down too easily. They're not as strong, and same thing will end up happening. Essentially, lockdown compost is an ancient natural process called anaerobic composting. It's the same process that Chinese rice farmers used to use hundreds of years ago to feed their rice paddies. Anaerobic basically means without oxygen, and the bacteria that help to break down the ingredients need no oxygen to do their job. So the next step, filling the compost pile. So the ingredients you'd need 3 parts. 1 part brown, 1 part green, and 1 part soil, and with that you'd need compost. So basically you'll need 1 part brown ingredients, which are things like brown leaves, straw, wood shavings, bark chips, shredded paper, which thanks to my puppy I woke up this morning with shredded newspaper all over the garden. I didn't even know we had any newspaper, but anyway. Brown material consists mainly of carbon or carbohydrates. Then you have 1 part green ingredients, grass clippings, fruit and vegetable scraps, tea, coffee grounds. Basically this is anything that was recently growing or wet and is usually very high in nitrogen or protein, which the microbes will feed on. The third part that you would need is ordinary soil taken from your garden, mixed in with a bit of compost, because in the compost you have a whole lot of the bacteria that will help kick off the process. So then what you'd need to do is you take your bin bag, open it up, put in your, hey kitty cats, can you come help me? Come. You're gonna put some in here. Put some into the bag. Okay, put some in. All of them must go in. Okay. So that's the 1 part brown. The next part would be your green. This is a once-off process. You can't add more material to your bag once it's closed. Because of the anaerobic process, the compost, when it initially comes out, it can be quite acidic. So if that is the case, if it smells like rotten eggs or something like that, then leave it out in a corner of your garden for about a week for it to normalize. Because it's an anaerobic process, it doesn't need air, so you've got to resist the temptation to open it up and check whether it's ready. As soon as you do that, you're introducing oxygen back into the ingredients, and actually then it's going to slow the whole process down. And then you'll also need to add in enough water so that the mixture is moist but not wet. Come, put it in. Put it into there. To empty it in. Good job. Good job. Okay, come here. Come. So then what you'd want to do is you squeeze out all the excess oxygen that's in here, the excess air.
The bag should be kept in a nice hot sunny spot. So that's the advantage of it being a black bag, is that it will absorb that heat from the sun and it'll decompose nice and quickly. And this one is basically just to protect it, but and there you have it. You can mix it around a little bit. Just so that once a week you should turn your bag over just to get all the ingredients mixing properly. After about 6 to 8 weeks, it should be ready. You'll know it's ready because it won't really smell, and it should have a nice dark, rich look to it, the way fresh compost would look that you'd buy from a nursery. And the final ingredient is just to be patient.
So I hope that gives you some idea of how to make Lockdown Compost. It's simple, it's easy to make, and best of all, it'll be ready before lockdown is finished. Well, hopefully lockdown will be finished first. But if you're enjoying what you're seeing, then please subscribe. Otherwise, just pop back in a few more days and I'll have another video showing you what you can do in your garden in lockdown. Thanks for watching.